Hey guys, it's Todd. Thanks so much for stopping by songsareforsinging.com and listening to the Tips and Tricks podcast. We've got quite a few of these on the website and going to keep doing more. So yeah, look around. You may find something that might be a real help to you or your team. Hey, I want to talk about an important issue among worship leaders. It's a serious issue. If I put more production time into this podcast, I'd play sad music here. Why don't we put some in right here? I'm just kidding. We're not going to put any in there. But it is a serious problem, and that is, well, I don't know how to say it other than just to say it, and that is bad rhythm. Worship leaders, some of you have bad rhythm. Some of you rush songs. Some of you pull songs, slow down songs, I guess would be the way to say that. And that might not be a huge deal when the whole band is playing, but I know as a worship leader, if you play an instrument, there are lots of those songs that you start. And a lot of us are not good at rhythm. Now, some of us have been blessed with the ability to have, really pretty perfect tempo, pretty close to being perfect tempo, the ability to play things at the speed at which they were rehearsed. But there are some ways, if that's you, if you think, man, my rhythm is just not good, I start stuff too slow or I go too fast, there are some ways that you can actually improve your rhythm abilities. And let me tell you something, people actually in your team will love it when you have really good rhythm. And here's the way to do it. The best way to do it is to stop thinking about rhythm. Don't think about rhythm. So don't try to think before you're about to play a song like, oh, I got to start this C chord. I hope it's not too fast. 1, 2, there you go. And you start playing. The best thing that you can do is to actually use your musical memory. Because here's the deal. If your team is doing a song, it's a pretty safe bet that you've listened to that song a lot. You've had it in your phone. You played it on your computer. You blasted it in your car. And for maybe a week solid, or maybe over the course of a month or two, you've listened to the song and you know the song, okay? You know every part of the song and you know all the little parts of the song that the band's not able to play. Because as you learn a song, you realize, oh shoot, there's a string part there. We really can't do that. And so you are constantly faced with all the intricacies of that song. And you need to use that to your advantage. So when you get ready to start a song, for example, not too long ago at my church, we were going to do a really cool version of To God Be the Glory. But it was in this kind of weird rhythm. It was maybe like a 3/4 rhythm or 6/8, I can't remember. But I had to start it on acoustic guitar. And it was tough. I couldn't quite remember it in rehearsal. Actually, on my way to rehearsal even, I was thinking, how am I going to start that? I don't know that rhythm. It's going to be kind of weird. At my church, we use a click when we play in our in-ears. But for this week, I didn't have my same drummer, had a guest drummer, and he was not real comfortable with click. And so maybe you found yourself in that situation. How am I going to start that song? And what I realized was I am so much better on rhythm when I think about another part of the song, when I use the musical memory I have and I think about a hook of the song. Maybe it's a guitar riff. Maybe it's the way the bridge builds. And so for me, I, in my head, for some reason, rhythmically could remember this. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. And I could remember that in my head. I could remember the phrasing. I could remember the timing. And so when I led that song live in between the songs, I just stepped back away from the microphone a little bit and just in my head, just hummed that praise the Lord. And by the time I hit Lord, my hand was already going because it set me up. If you will remember the hook of the song or some specific part of the song, it will get you out of your head. You won't worry as much about the rhythm, and you'll play to the hook. And you might still be a little fast, you might still be a little slow, but remembering the hook and playing to it in your mind, so playing your instrument and hearing that hook in your head will greatly improve your tempo. It will. Now, here's the thing. If you're not a worship leader who listens to the songs before, it's going to be hard for you. So I'm speaking in defense of knowing the material. Okay. And I know you have a chord chart there, and I know you may not know it, perfectly inside and out, but I do think if you spend any time listening to the song, you absolutely would be able to do that. So find a hook in your brain and play to it. And I guarantee you, your rhythm will be better. So try it. Next time you got to start a song, try that. Play to the hook in your brain. What a weird thing to say, but you know what I mean. Hey guys, thanks for listening. Don't forget, if you've got worship questions you'd like for me to take a stab at, you can tweet me at Todd Wright Band. Thanks so much for listening. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.